Hello, and welcome once again to English 5 Days, the podcast created especially for learners who want to discover the joy of speaking English naturally, confidently, and with a sense of ease. My name is Tom, and I'm here to walk with you step by step, day by day, on your journey toward fluency. My voice today will be slow, clear, and gentle, because I want you not only to understand me, but also to practice repeating after me. In this way, each word you hear becomes a word you can say, and each sentence becomes a rhythm that flows more naturally through your own voice. In today's episode, I want to guide you into a surprisingly simple yet extremely powerful idea: how you can practice English every single day. This is not about finding hours of study time, moving to another country, or buying endless textbooks. No, this is about using smart, repeatable steps that fit into your actual life. Whether you live in a small village or a huge city, whether you are working full-time or studying at school, whether you are shy, busy, or lacking opportunities to meet native speakers, this method will still work for you. Many people believe they must travel to London, New York, or Sydney to finally become good at English. They imagine that only by living abroad can they gain fluency. But the truth is different. You don't need to move across the world. You don't need a native-speaking partner beside you at all times, and you don't even need to dedicate your whole evening to long grammar drills. What you need instead are habits, small, clever, and repeatable habits that connect you to English every day in ways that are natural, fun, and sustainable. So let's begin with a simple yet important question. What is shadowing? You may have come across this word before, or it might be brand new to you. Shadowing is one of the most effective techniques you can possibly use to strengthen both your speaking and your listening at the same time. The magic of shadowing lies in its simplicity. Here's how it works. You listen to someone speaking English. This could be me right now in this podcast. And as you listen, you immediately try to repeat exactly what they say. You don't pause to translate into your native language. You don't stop to check the dictionary. You don't interrupt the flow to analyze grammar rules. Instead, you simply copy the sounds, like an echo following a voice. You aim to match the rhythm, the speed, and even the tone of the speaker, almost as if you are singing along with a song you love. Let's try a small experiment together. I'll say a few short sentences, and I want you to repeat them after me with the same rhythm and energy. Ready? Here we go. I want to speak English fluently. Now repeat. I listen to English every day. Now repeat. Shadowing helps me speak better. Now repeat. Very good. What you just did is shadowing. At first, this technique may feel unusual, even uncomfortable. You may not understand every word, and that is perfectly okay. The purpose of shadowing is not full comprehension of meaning. Instead, the goal is to train your brain and your mouth to work together in real time. It's like a workout for your speaking muscles and your listening ear. Over time, this practice helps you become comfortable with the natural flow of English. You start to recognize not only words, but also the rhythm, the melody, and the feel of the language as it moves in your mouth. If you do this often, even just 5 minutes per day, you will quickly notice results: smoother sentences, clearer pronunciation, faster responses, and greater confidence when you speak with others. A tiny habit, repeated consistently, can create enormous progress. Now that you understand shadowing, let's move into the central challenge. How can you practice English every day, even if you have a busy schedule? Many of my students tell me, "Tom, I want to practice, but I just don't have time. I'm always working. I feel nervous when I try to speak, and I don't know how to begin. My answer is always the same. You don't need a perfect schedule. You don't need perfect grammar, and you don't need to wait for the right moment. What you need is to start, right here, right now, with simple actions that fit naturally into your daily life. To help you do this, I want to share 5 powerful methods you can use immediately. Each one is practical, flexible, and effective, no matter where you live or how busy you are. Tip number 1. Listen to English every single day. If you want to speak better, you must first listen more. Listening is the foundation of language learning. Think about how babies learn. Before they ever say their first word, they listen for months and months to the voices around them. Their ears absorb the rhythm, the sounds, and the intonation of the language long before their mouths produce it. The same principle applies to you. Listening daily will not only introduce you to new words, but also train your ears to understand faster and get used to the authentic rhythm of English. This rhythm is often very different from the slow, careful sentences you see in textbooks. Real people in real life speak quickly, drop sounds, and blend words together. By listening every day, you will gradually adapt to this natural style. How can you do it? The good news is that English audio is everywhere. You can listen to podcasts like this one, or find podcasts on topics you enjoy: health, travel, stories, technology, or motivation. You can also listen to English songs and pay attention to the lyrics. You can watch YouTube videos, either designed for learners or created for native speakers. You can listen to simplified English news or even short audiobooks. The key is not to wait for perfect comprehension. If you understand only 30% or 50%, that's fine. The act of listening itself is valuable. It immerses your brain in the sounds of English, like water shaping a stone over time. Even better, you can make listening a background activity. Put English audio on while you walk to work, clean your house, cook dinner, or exercise. Instead of silence, fill the air with English. Just 10 or 15 minutes per day is enough to create progress. Think of English as your background music, always present, always shaping your ears. Tip number 2. Shadow what you hear. Listening is the foundation, but speaking is where growth truly happens. After listening to a sentence or a short section of audio, repeat it. Copy the voice. Match the rhythm and tone. For example, I want to get better at English. Now repeat. I don't understand everything, but I keep going. Now repeat. I'm improving little by little. Now repeat. By practicing in this way every day, you'll notice that your sentences begin to flow more smoothly. Your pronunciation improves naturally, and your confidence increases. Remember, shadowing is not about perfection. It's about practice. The more you imitate, the more comfortable you become. And when you feel comfortable, fluency grows. Tip number 3. Think in English, one thought at a time. This may be one of the most powerful, yet challenging changes you can make. For many learners, the habit of translating every thought from their native language into English slows them down. Translation is like carrying heavy bags. It makes every step slower. To move freely, you must set the bags down. Thinking directly in English is how you do that. At first, it feels difficult because your mind wants to translate, but you can begin simply. Start with short, clear thoughts. For example, when you wake up, think, "It's morning. I'm still sleepy. I need coffee." When you step outside, "The sky is blue. The air is cold. I see a dog." During the day, "I'm working. I'm tired. I want to go home." These may seem like very small sentences, but they create direct connections between your thoughts and English. Over time, your brain begins to skip the translation step entirely. Later, try to whisper these sentences out loud or say them quietly to yourself. It's like having a friendly daily conversation with your own mind in English. Tip number 4. Read aloud to train your speaking muscles. Reading silently is useful, but reading aloud transforms the experience. When you read aloud, your mouth, tongue, and brain work together to produce clear sounds. This is like exercising your speaking muscles. Choose simple, enjoyable texts, children's books, beginner stories, or even short dialogues from podcasts or videos. Read slowly and clearly at first. Then read again a little faster. Finally, try to read with expression, almost like an actor performing lines. This practice not only helps your pronunciation, but also improves fluency and builds confidence. Imagine it as a gym workout, not for your body, but for your voice. Tip number 5. Use English in your daily life. This is perhaps the most important step of all. Learning English should not feel like something you only do once a week in a classroom or for 30 minutes with a textbook. To grow strong in English, you must live with it. English should become part of your environment, as natural as your morning coffee or your favorite mobile app. The more you surround yourself with the language in daily life, the more natural it will become. In the next part of our journey, I'll give you practical, creative, and surprisingly easy ways to weave English into your everyday routines. You'll learn how to transform ordinary actions, checking your phone, writing a note, recording your voice, or even watching short videos into powerful opportunities for practice. By doing this, English will no longer feel like homework. It will feel like part of who you are, something you carry with you naturally throughout your day. And that, my friend, is the secret to real fluency. Now that you have discovered the small but powerful techniques for weaving English into your everyday routine, it's time to look at the bigger picture. The transformation that happens when English truly becomes part of your life. Not just a subject you study for a few minutes when you feel guilty. Imagine for a moment that English is not separate from your normal world, but fully blended into it, as natural as brushing your teeth, checking your messages, or making a cup of tea. This shift in perspective is what carries you from being a learner who feels constantly behind to becoming someone who feels at home in the language. Fluency is not born in sudden bursts of genius. It is created through gentle repetition, small choices, and an attitude that invites English into every corner of your day. One of the easiest but most effective actions you can take is changing your environment so that English words and phrases are always around you. For example, when you change your phone's language to English, you may think it's just a tiny step. But think again. How many times a day do you check your phone? For most of us, it's dozens, maybe even hundreds of times. Every one of those moments becomes a chance to meet new words like settings, brightness, airplane mode, update available, download complete. You are not studying them in a classroom with a pen and notebook. You are living with them, seeing them again and again until they sink into your memory almost without effort. This is called passive learning, and when combined with active speaking and listening, it builds a very strong foundation. Another deeply powerful practice is keeping a simple diary in English. Do not imagine a thick journal filled with long essays. Instead, imagine writing only 2 or 3 short sentences each evening, reflecting on your day. For example, today I went to work. I was very tired. I drank 2 cups of coffee. Or perhaps, it rained in the morning, so I stayed home. I watched a short English video. These are small, almost childlike sentences, yet they are extremely valuable because they come directly from your real life. They connect vocabulary with your personal experiences, and they allow you to use grammar in a practical, living way. If you do this every night for a few weeks, you will notice that writing becomes easier, and soon you will be able to expand naturally into longer thoughts without even realizing it. Equally important is the practice of recording your own voice. I know many learners feel shy when they hear themselves speak English, but this is a powerful tool for growth. At the end of each day, record yourself for just 1 minute. Talk about what you did, how you felt, or what you plan to do tomorrow. Nobody else needs to hear it. It is only for you. When you listen back, you become your own teacher. You notice the way you pronounce certain words, you recognize patterns in your grammar, and you catch mistakes that you can slowly fix over time. This habit builds confidence because you hear proof that your English is improving, and you also become more comfortable speaking spontaneously without preparation. And let's not forget the importance of community. Learning English should not be a lonely road walked in silence. There are thousands of online groups, communities, and forums filled with learners just like you, eager to connect, practice, and share experiences. By joining a WhatsApp group, a Telegram channel, or a Facebook community, you suddenly place yourself in a living environment where English is used not as a test subject, but as a bridge between real people. Even if you only read messages or write a few short replies, you will feel the language coming alive. Step by step, this will remove your fear of making mistakes and replace it with excitement about communication. Finally, never underestimate the value of short, modern content. TikTok clips, YouTube shorts, and Instagram reels may seem like entertainment only, but they are a goldmine for learners. The videos are short, often under a minute, and full of natural speech. Watch a clip, pause it, repeat the sentences, copy the intonation, and then watch again. This playful repetition trains your ear and tongue in a way that textbooks never can. When you laugh at a funny clip or enjoy a travel video, your brain relaxes and learning happens almost without effort. So as we close, I want you to hold on to this truth. Fluency is not about perfection, and it is not about time. It is about consistency, about turning tiny moments into practice, about letting English live with you instead of hiding in a notebook. Say, "Good morning" in English when you wake up. Write your shopping list in English. Whisper your thoughts in English as you walk. Listen to a podcast while cooking. Record your voice before bed. These are not grand gestures, but together they create momentum. And momentum is the secret that transforms learners into speakers. Let English become not just something you study, but something you breathe. Let it flow into your phone, your journal, your daily habits, and your voice. Make it so normal, so natural, that you forget you are even studying. When that happens, English will no longer feel like homework. It will feel like a part of who you are. And that, my friend, is when true confidence and real fluency begin.